What's up, my little hunters? It's your boy James the Killer, and this is video 3 of 4. So, this is a playlist, as you can clearly tell. So, this time I'm doing a review of the Assassin's Creed Unity Phantom Blade. Now, this came all-inclusive. Everything on my arm is what came in it. So I'm going to show you a little bit of a fun trick. That's right, I just fired a dart at you guys. Whoops, let's see if I can fix this. First and foremost, there we go. This is the dart that comes with the Assassin's Creed Unity Phantom Blade. Now this is, like I've said in the first video, everything is to scale. So this is how big the actual dart is, which means it's going to hurt like a mother sucker when it hits your neck. Or anywhere else, for that matter. But I actually love this blade. This is my second favorite blade. So everything is pretty much within finger's reach, if you can work it out right. This button, right here, initiates the crossbow, as you just saw me do. Now, thankfully, you don't have to grab both bow arms to fix it, or reset it, however you want to say it. Because it just clicks into place due to a funky little mechanism inside there. Then, to fire said bow, you first have to load the dart. Now, the dart has these little grooves in it, which catch down here. So what you do is load your dart. You have to be very careful because this thing hurts when it fires off, similar to the Black Flag blades. Come on, just a little bit further. There we go. Yay! And again, it has the Assassin's Creed symbol right there. That's the firing mechanism, actually. The mechanism. Turn. There we go. The emblem fires off the blade, or rather the dart. I love the vambrace. It actually goes pretty well with almost anything. Like, if you do it right, no one will actually realize that, like, if you actually did it right. I'm trying not to fire off the arrow. See? Looks like I'm just wearing a regular kind of leathery bracelet, right? Turn around, there's the blade. All inclusive, everything blends in. Button for that one. Now the button below, that has this interesting little spade design, initiates the blade. And it is a little disappointing how long but thin it is. Like, it's not all that big. And the spring in this one is actually kind of wonky because the effective range of it is that long, when the actual blade itself is supposed to come out like an extra like 2 or 3 centimeters. But thankfully this one doesn't hurt when you launch it out and accidentally poke your finger. It's the dart that hurts. And I've learned that it's actually simple to work with this one if you've ever worked with one of those Spider-Man web shooters. So essentially what you're going to do is take one of your 2 fingers, place it on the button, and there you go. Now, to fire off the actual dart, you're obviously going to actually have to line up your finger and then fire it off. And then reset your bow. But once you do that, assassination via the standard, sneak up, stab, that's going to be simple. The Velcro on this one actually doesn't bother me that much. So much as it's how they used the thread. The thread is not all that good in keeping the back pieces of the Velcro that attach through the vambrace's loop right here. See, you can see it even on camera. There's these little pieces of thread. But, yeah, And I am, again, very sorry for the shaky, the very poor quality of these videos now. As you can see, I'm working with a phone, and I used to work with a tablet. But all in all, I think this is actually this is literally my second favorite blade, because it's the most comfortable. Like, when you put it on, you're not due to be very uncomfortable with it. You will have to be careful because this one does not come with a safety button. Which I guess kind of makes sense, given that... Okay, come on, there we go. Given that, you know, it would be kind of hard to safety button two mechanisms from initiating when you don't want them to. So I guess that makes sense, but apparently after this whole no safety button, they went back to the safety button. Sort of. Now, obviously, I don't have this. Like I said, I have 4 blades. I have 4 of the technically 6 blades. Sorry, someone turned on their water here where I live, and I'm not used to hearing the water turn on, especially in the bathroom. But anyway, so I would definitely recommend that you get this, if for nothing else but your collection, because it's actually pretty comfortable. It looks good, even when it's just in closed form. One little gripe about it that I have personally, and this is the only gripe I have about it, in all honesty, is that they didn't actually make it do what it does. Unless, like, I watched the trailer on YouTube a little bit late, but from what I saw, if you move your hand a certain way, quote unquote, the bow retracts itself. Like, you don't have to do this, then fire off. You can literally just, you know, initiate your hand the same way you would do the blade, but I guess different rigging system. Pardon me. But, you know, I can see from a standpoint of, they're like, it works in games, but it's going to be a little bit harder to execute that in reality. But I would have preferred that they at least try to figure out that, or at least give out blueprints for how to actually make your own real-life, completely functional adaptation of the Phantom Blade in-game. Like, if you look at Ezio's, you can build Ezio's blade. Fully functioning. But that's my only gripe, is that it doesn't actually function. That's my only gripe for all of them, is that they don't come with a ring that you can at least pull to initiate one blade. But, yeah, other than that, I love this blade. It's my second favorite. My first is going to be coming up here in the next video. So until next time, my little hunters, you should have stayed awake.